So if you go down that road and you just listen to what the gurus say, then you're going to go broke very quickly.
Let's talk to coaches, trainers, consultants, the training industry. A lot of people have video sales letters, maybe sometimes an 8 to 10 minute video leading to a call, and then everything happens on the call. Another format is where people have automated webinars. Another format is where people have live webinars. So if we specifically speaking to coaches and trainers, people who have mid to high ticket training products, and then we laid out these are the marketing funnels. What would you say about each of them for these coaches?
I'd say they all serve their purpose depending on where you are. So the exercise that I go through with people is, what do you have more of right now? Do you have more time or do you have more money? And depending on the answer to that question would be, the prescription that I'm going to write for that person. If they don't have much money, then they need to basically use human capital, right, as an investment that they make to get them the outcome. So i.e., if you go with an automated webinar funnel, that's going to give you the highest cost per lead that you can get for booking in a phone call with somebody, because there's so many different steps and barriers that someone needs to jump through in order to get to the place where you make them an offer, i.e., I need to go on the opt-in page, I need to register, then I need to select the time that works for me, then I need to show up to that thing, then I need to stay through that whole webinar to the point that you make an offer. Then after you make the offer, then I need to go on your booking page, select a time that works for me, and then only if I find something that works for me, then I book in. Then there's all the chaotic stuff that's going on in my life. The dog is barking, the baby is crying, my wife is calling me, I have to go to friends for his birthday party, and then I have to show up to your call, and then I have to have a great call to the point where I actually buy on the phone call. But that doesn't happen more often than not. I need to think about it. You need to call me back. Then the follow-up begins. Then you have to call me, duck and dive, be in the trenches, using all the different weapons that you've got to get me back on the line. Hope that I don't ghost you. Then hope that I've got the money and hope that I buy. Right? The unit economics for that, there are so many moving parts that the cost to acquire a customer goes up in proportion to the amount of steps that you're requiring me to take. Right? So if you're going to go for that model straight out the gate and you've got more time than you do money, you are going to lose. Right? And that doesn't even take in all the nuance of having a really good webinar and making sure that it's engagement. Or right. I'm not even going into that. I'm just going in assuming that you got a smoking hot webinar and you've got all these open loops and you're pulling me in, keeping my attention and doing all this stuff, bribing me to stay to the end. So if you go down that road and, you just listen to what the gurus say, then you're going to go broke very quickly. So the way that I think about it is then, well, what is the cheapest and easiest way to get a lead that you can get on the telephone? And it's a lot of the stuff that I go through in my book. That is the most efficient, cheapest, easiest way for you to start, right? So I've got a thing called transcendental funnel evolution. And it's really the continuum between time and money, and looking at where you sit with everything and how much time that you need to invest or how much capital do you need to invest to get to the outcome. And what are those kind of steps along the way where you graduate? At what point do you move from a high value content offer and having a VSL to then migrating to a place where you're letting your calendar do all the automation, or then you move to a longer VSL or a webinar or a just-in-time webinar? There's all these different steps that come in, and there's a lot of nuance to it. And to the man with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And most of these people that are prescribing stuff, they've all just got hammers in their hands, right? And they're like, webinars are the way. They're the only way to get clients, or VSLs are the only way. Where I have the experience of, working with thousands of clients in hundreds of niches and generating over $1.33 billion and running thousands of scientific split tests, spending $50 million plus on ads, where I don't talk from a place of theory. I talk from a place of, I have been in the trenches, getting my teeth kicked in for multiple years and figuring out exactly what is the most effective way to get clients online?
Hey guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button as we're dropping a video like this every other day on YouTube. And if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below with hashtag HeySabri and I will do my best to get to it.